What's going on? What's happening, everyone? Happy Friday. If you're in the States, it's well, Saturday morning here in Japan. As you can see, it's bright outside and it's only getting brighter. Um it's been a crazy week. It's been hang on, lower this. It's been a crazy week in sports. A crazy week on planet Earth, really. I mean, that's really all I can say. So what are we gonna do today? So this is just my usual Friday night live streams in the States, Saturday morning live stream for me in Japan. Trying to do this on a weekly basis. So not sure if this is kind of no, I think it's fine. I think I'm tripping. But yeah, I'm trying to do these on a weekly basis. So and trying to maintain that to cover a lot of different things that happen during the week, or just play some chess, play some 2K. I think at the end of the stream today I'm gonna be playing some 2K. Why? Because I missed the Indiana Fever, that's why. So we're gonna play some Fever basketball later today, but I want to cover today what I want to talk about is the Caitlin Clark Rookie of the Year announcement. Everything happening with that, just some general concerns with the league. And then after we do that, we're going to go and talk about the Mets' 9th inning craziness. That was, I think it happened. It was yesterday, last night for you guys in the States. So I want to talk about that. That was some crazy events going on. And I want to talk about Bronny James. So Bronny James is about to play here later today. I need to figure out how to get that whole NBA League Pass situation sorted out. Because right now I don't think I'll be able to watch today's game, but that's all right. I'll just be doing this stream. But again, just hope everyone's doing all right. We're about to get into this. Is this blurry? I think that's better, yeah. Driving me nuts. But anyways, lower a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty much what we're gonna be talking about. And I want to start, like I said. Oh, actually, there's a game going on right now too. It's the Lynx and the Sun. Seems like so right now, 81-72. It seems like the Lynx are gonna win that. I don't think there's any way that the Sun is gonna come back to this game. So okay, let's get to it. So Caitlin Clark finally is announced Rookie of the Year. I don't know why it took the league so long to announce that. I don't know if that's normal. I keep hearing that last year, the Rookie of the Year award was announced October 2nd, but I don't know when the MVP for the league was announced last year. This year it was pretty weird how that entire thing developed, right? Because you have, I mean, pretty much as soon as the season is over, like not even a few minutes after the season is over, you have the league announcing MVP. And what it seemed like to me is that they were so excited to let the world know that AJ Wilson was the unanimous MVP that they just rushed that shit out. They just said, screw it. We're about to let everyone know that AJ Wilson was the unanimous MVP. I mean, they could not wait to freaking announce that entire thing. So that kind of, it was like super early in the morning too. I mean, they could not contain their excitement. At least this is like from a fan's perspective, trying to read into what the league is trying to do here. That is what it appeared to me. And then all of the other awards started to flow in a very unique and weird way. Like, I've never followed a league. Listen, I've followed so many leagues, professional leagues, my whole entire life with the NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL. No one does it like the WNBA does it. It's just a weird um process, a weird structure, organization. There are so many issues that they need to work on. First off, you don't announce MVP. That's not the first award you're supposed to announce. Like, that's the only time that I've ever seen that is where they announce MVP before they announce Coach of the Year or, Rookie of the Year, Six-Man Award, Most Improved Player, and all of those type of awards. This is the first time that I've ever seen that. So again, that was kind of strange. And then it gets leaked because, of course, it gets leaked. They did not allow the MVP to get leaked, right? Because no, they wanted to make sure they were the first ones to announce that. But Rookie of the Year gets leaked, and still the league won't announce it. Now, maybe there was an element there that they were kind of, I don't know. They understood the backlash maybe about Caitlin Clark not being unanimous, so they were like, "Oh, let's wait. We don't want to release the votes yet because people are going to go crazy if they learn that Caitlin Clark is not going to be unanimous Rookie of the Year." I really don't know. I really don't get it. And frustrations. I mean, I have so many different frustrations with many different entities and organizations of how they've handled the whole entire Caitlin Clark thing. Like Nike as well. It's just been kind of shady. The whole situation that's happening with Nike, Caitlin Clark, AJ Wilson, and the other WNBA players. Just so much shadiness going on, and part of the reason is because of the entire discourse regarding race. So no one wants to get the whole race thing wrong. Like before, when Nike had Michael Jordan, they could operate without fear. They could say, "Oh yeah, Michael Jordan, whatever." But also, yeah, I mean, I get it. Michael Jordan was black, so I guess there wasn't a lot of you know, a lot of things to worry about, on the market as far as the business perspective of it. But now you have a white person who is this popular, who you need to promote, who you need to market, and I think they're fumbling. They're fumbling the ball on that, in my opinion. But regardless, I mean, we've talked about Caitlin Clark so often. We've talked about what she did this rookie year. To me, this is the most impressive rookie campaign that I've ever witnessed out of any sport. And not just the numbers that she put up, because she played great throughout the entire season. She struggled, of course, at the beginning, but then she picked up and she became one of the best players, as evident by her being WNBA first team, which was, it was deserved. It was the right thing to do. Um, but that was the most impressive rookie campaign, and not only, like I said, not only because of her play, but because of the impact that she had, not just to the WNBA, but to the entire sports world as a whole. So, um, really, it seems to me like, and it's fine, right? The rookie of the year thing didn't have to be unanimous. It doesn't tarnish her legacy in any way. Uh, Michael Jordan wasn't unanimous rookie of the year because Hakeem Olajuwon got a few votes as well, but it just seemed petty. So it's different when it's petty and when someone believes that another player should have won rookie of the year. I don't think that this is the case here. I don't think there was any case to make about Angel Reese being rookie of the year. Like, zero case at all. So it just seemed petty. Someone didn't want Caitlin Clark to get the unanimous nod for rookie of the year. Um, and that's what we have. So we have non-unanimous, but them near, right? Only one vote not cast towards her. It is what it is. But that whole thing was strange, and it has been strange. Um, I also want to compare because I do think it's the best rookie campaign in WNBA history, and people keep telling me, "Well, Candace Parker won Rookie of the Year and MVP." So I appreciate the knowledge. So let's compare seasons. Caitlin Clark, and we can compare her against Candace Parker, rookie year. Oh wait, Candace Parker. Let's see. So not all seasons. We're gonna choose first. Yep, first season for all of them, or for both of them. And here is what we have. So actually, let's look at it from this perspective. Here you go. So this is total numbers. We won't get into the, per 36 or whatever. Here's the total numbers. I mean, it's not even close. Just looking at it from these numbers perspective, this ain't close. You have Caitlin Clark has her beat on points per game. Now, Caitlin Clark did turn the ball over like twice more than Candace Parker did, but we already know the significance of those turnovers. Candace Parker did have a defensive presence, which is good, but they had the same amount of steals. And I mean, come on, this is more than double the assist. This is insane. Yeah, Candace Parker's a forward, so she's gonna have more rebounds, but 5 more assists per game. And Caitlin Clark for a guard held her own on the rebounding, on the total rebounding. And they almost had nearly the same defensive rebounds, but of course Candace Parker would get more offensive rebounds. And then 90 free throw percentage. Caitlin Clark is just an amazing free throw shooter. They have about the same effective field goal percentage. Yeah, Candace Parker had a better 3-point shooting percentage, but I mean, Caitlin Clark took 8 more threes per game than Parker, so that's not a good comparison. On 2-pointers, Caitlin Clark had better percentages, and of course, Candace Parker took a lot more twos. And of course, you're gonna have a better field goal percentage when most of your shots are coming from the 2-point line. Like Caitlin Clark took more threes than twos. I don't know how normal that is, but that's pretty much what happened here. Oh, and that's what we have. Yeah. So I mean, if I had to pick, Caitlin Clark had a better season, better rookie campaign than Candace Parker, like by far. Now we look at um, I want to compare AJ Wilson. People say, "Oh, AJ Wilson was unanimous," and I mean, Aaliyah Boston was unanimous too. But there's no way Aaliyah Boston had better rookie campaign than Caitlin Clark. Let's look at AJ Wilson. So we look at this. Yeah, they've won every matchup so far, but the Aces are much better than the Fever. I want criteria. I want first season with first season. Okay. So let's do it. Let's check it out again. So AJ Wilson did have more points per game than Kaylin Clark. So okay, by a whole point. That's cool. Less turnovers. That's cool. More blocks. That's also cool. So right now she's beating Kaylin Clark in these initial categories. And turnovers is not necessarily close. The points per game are pretty close. Blocks, yeah, I mean, of course that's what Wilson does, right? She's a big body. She blocks shots, and she's athletic. She's big. We get it. Now Caitlin Clark had more steals than AJ Wilson, although Wilson is known for her defense or was known for her defense, especially also during her rookie campaign. But then, I mean, the assist discrepancy is huge, right? We're talking about 6 assists per games, more than 3 times. I mean, almost 4 times the amount of assists that AJ Wilson had in her rookie year. The rebounds, it was pretty. I mean, it's pretty close considering that Wilson's supposed to get rebounds at that, at that frame. So 8 rebounds to almost 6 rebounds a game. The free throw percentage, as we know, Kellen Clark is going to have everyone beat when it comes to free throw percentage. Effective. This is telling. This is telling to me that Kellen Clark had a higher effective field goal percentage than AJ Wilson in her rookie year. AJ Wilson didn't even attempt a three, and I mean, and that's crazy how far she's come, AJ Wilson, because she definitely attempts more threes now and at a pretty good clip. But I mean, we're talking about Caitlin Clark averaged 9 threes per game, or shot 9 threes a game, and then on 2 point percentage, Caitlin Clark also got her beat on that. Field goal percentage is pretty close, considering again that this is someone who plays down low on the paint, mid range. Didn't even take a three. So if Caitlin Clark did not take a three, her field goal percentage would have been 53%. 53% from the field goal. That would have been her overall field goal percentage, and you will have to compare that to, again, Wilson's 46%. So if you ask me, who had the better rookie campaign, even though Wilson was unanimous, I think Caitlin Clark's rookie year was better, more impressive than AJ Wilson's. It is what it is. I don't make the rules. I just look at numbers. Look at numbers. We crunch them. What we do. That is what we do. But yeah. So returning to the whole discussion about Caitlin Clark's Rookie of the Year award, I don't know. Um, the league has a lot to work on, for sure. And we'll see, and we'll see what happens. I don't know how they fix it. I haven't really seen of any major movements happening in the league as far as getting after all these different issues that they need to solve. But it is disappointing. It is sad. It is frustrating. Just to kind of witness the kind of treatment that Caitlin Clark received this entire campaign, this entire season, especially compared against how much positivity she was actually bringing to the league. Because you can't say always negativity. You can't blame fans or social media about about what's happening about the league itself. Nobody controls that. Caitlin Clark doesn't control it. The league doesn't control it. Players don't control it. It's fans, it's social media. No one controls what happens on that side of the business. But when you're crying for more attention forever and you get it, you can't get to pick, oh, I want clean fans. Like, what are you talking about? So everything, to me, everything that Caitlin Clark brought to the league was positive. Positive for everyone. This is only in the long run gonna make life better for all of them. It's gonna increase quality of life. It's gonna increase revenue. It's gonna increase salaries. It's gonna increase. I mean, it's nothing but positive things that the league is receiving. But again, they made her the scapegoat, and we're blaming essentially her and her fans. As if trying to make her feel bad about the kind of fans that she attracts. Like, how fucked up is that? How fucked up is it that you're blaming a 22-year-old kid for the type of fans that you're attracting to the league? That is messed up in so many different ways. And in addition to that, this whole expectation that she addresses the fans and calms her down and says, "No, I don't want certain fans, respect." Like, that is not her job. That is not her responsibility. How are you putting all this pressure? She already has all this pressure to travel, to prepare for games, to worry about the opponent. Now you also want her to worry about what her fans may be doing, or your uh, perspective or perception of what her fans are how her fans are behaving. This is like, people don't really realize how bad this is, and how badly that they're treating Caitlin Clark, or treated Caitlin Clark during this season. I know that someone took it too far. Someone took it too far, and someone was comparing Caitlin Clark to Jackie Robinson. I think that's, you know what I mean. Like, that's you can't you can't do that. I don't know who did that, but you can't. It's not, you can't compare that, right? You talk about Jackie Robinson breaking color barriers in Major League Baseball and still being treated like a second class, third class citizen. Um, Even as he was playing for a professional baseball league, while his teammates are staying in nice hotels, he has to stay, in a special uh, hotel for black players. It's different. It's different. It's not the same. It's not the same, but nonetheless, Kellen Clark was massively mistreated and was given way too many more expectations as to how she should be addressing things. It was not. It was not right at all. So something must be done about that. This is so blurry. Yeah, and that's better there. So yeah, that is all really I wanted to share about Caitlin Clark rookie campaign. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I'm a huge fan of Caitlin Clark. I'll forever follow her, no matter what. Um, she was fourth in MVP. I think that was warranted. I would have probably voted her a little bit higher, maybe third, above Brianna Stewart. I think Collier deserved the number 2 MVP, but I would have probably voted Caitlin Clark 3 on MVP. But everything else kind of worked out the way that it should have. So, just extremely proud of Caitlin Clark. Super impressed, as I've said many times before, how she carries herself as a 22-year-old. I could speak on Caitlin Clark forever, but we have to move on to our next topic, which is the Mets. So, what I want to do is I want to watch the entire top of the ninth inning in last night's game between the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. So that is what we're going to do. That thing was so exciting. That show was crazy. But I want to talk about it because baseball it's something else. As far as the psychological aspect of games and sports, baseball is above it. Like, any little thing gives another team so much confidence. Any little miscue. So let's watch. Let's go over this ninth inning.
Night, remember, he didn't debut until July 28th this year with fractures in his back.
So here we have
Ignacio looking on, hoping to watch
Williams.
The Brewers win their first post.
I think it's Devon Williams. I think it's this guy's the pitcher's name. Closer. He's been killing it all year. Uh-oh, what happened?
Welcome to Milwaukee.
Oops. Hang on, let me fix this real quick.
close it out. He got a chance to do that last night. Remember, he didn't debut until July 28th this year with fractures in his back. Mark Antonaccio looking on, hoping to watch the Brewers.
Camera.
Win their first postseason series since 2018. And a tough battle to start.
So here we notice that off the bat, Williams can't hear the catcher. So he can't hear the catcher. He can't hear what the signs are. Apparently, you know, they have the little device that tells them what the sign's going to be. So he can't hear.
Williams having trouble hearing pitch com.
Or hearing pitch com, right. Or not the catcher, but whatever it is that tells them throw this pitch, throw that other pitch. So this is like already a technological malfunction.
Can't hear it.
So I mean, with all the pressure that this pitcher is under, this little thing kind of throws you off a little bit. I'm not blaming the device not working or functioning on what happened later in the game, but it does kind of, I mean, imagine everyone right now is expecting you to close this game. The entire world is watching. You're leading 2-0. You've been an amazing pitcher. Like, he had, what, 1.2 ERA or something like that. And then this malfunction happens right before the inning begins.
This going to be a pitch clock violation? Is it going to be a mound visit? Well, pretty much. And so only 2 hits here tonight.
Oh, here we go. So the first pitch was a ball, I believe.
And ready to go. Williams to Lindor.
Yep, so ball outside. Next pitch was strike down the middle. Next pitch.
Fight. And a 1-1.
Ooh, swinging 96 miles per hour. That was a pretty good pitch. But also, that was kind of dangerous to throw that to Lindor. 96 miles per hour down the middle. He could have rocked that out too.
Williams ready.
All right.
Lindor waits. The 1-2.
Ball inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes. The kick, the pitch.
Ball out, was way up and outside.
Trying to set the table as the Mets trail 2-0 in the ninth. Williams fires.
Ooh, foul ball. And that was a really good at bat by Lindor too. Like, that sets the tone whenever you're like holding your own there, like staying alive.
Candidates in the National League. He got off to a rough start this year and finished with a flourish. Switch hitter batting left, the 3-2.
Ooh, another foul again. He's just doing what he can to stay alive.
26 of his home runs in the leadoff slot.
Lindor back in, awaits a 3-2. Here it comes.
Ooh, and outside. So he walked Lindor.
Swing, did he go? No.
Didn't know it was a check swing. 100% a check swing. So we'll look at the replay as well. But first batter up, walk to Lindor.
The Mets have a base runner.
No out. No nothing.
Lindor doing with his bat, but doing it with his eye, the discipline. You're facing
here we
Williams,
go.
he can do anything. He elevates with that hard
Definitely a
fastball.
check
He
swing.
got the changeup.
All right, so then I think the next one is Vientos. Strike.
Swing and a miss.
Strike. That's a really good pitch, too. That changeup that he has is friggin' lethal as hell.
Mets nothing. We're in the ninth. Lindor at first. And a righty deals. Bounce towards third, but
Foul ball, so 0-2. I believe Vientos strikes out, or he struck out.
Terang, likely an opportunity to take the Gold Glove away from Nico Hoerner in the National League.
Offensively, they're guarding that line. Ortiz is way over there. Try not to give any doubles away. Put the winning run in scoring position.
Next pitch.
Williams deals.
Nope, that's outside.
Category by itself. But Pretty good at it.
1-2, the pitch.
And struck him out. I mean, it's a really good pitch up to. Like, you're not hitting that at 95 miles per hour. There's no way. Unless you're Shohei Ohtani, you're going to launch that shit to stratosphere. But other than that, not many people are going to go up there to hit any balls. Okay, so that was the second batter, struck out. And then the next one, I believe it's Nemo, which I am a huge Nemo fan.
Up and down.
So I mean, Brandon Nemo is one of my favorite players, like in Major League Baseball overall, but especially with the Mets, right? He's just incredible. He's great. All the energy that he gives. I love the way that whenever he gets walked, he sprints to first base. But he's also a very, very clutch hitter, similar to Jeff McNeil. I think McNeil is pretty clutch as well. Typically has been. I'm not sure how he's doing this year, but typically super clutch hitter. But Nemo here was an amazing at bat. What he did here.
And now it's Nimmo, 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Williams deals. And it's
Okay, so 0-1.
Brandon Nimmo been with this organization since 2011.
0-2.
8-year free agent deal, now in year 2. Right here, fighting for his life. 0-2, one out man at first. 2-0 Brewers in the ninth.
And base hit. I mean, that base hit was just beautiful. Look at that. Runners on first and third.
Nimmo with a single, and they're at the corners with one out here in the ninth.
That was crazy. Such a great.
Right on it. Head position down.
Look at that.
Didn't want to do too much to it. Pull off. He's staying straight through. Head position guides him where he's going.
Exactly what they needed.
Him to stay on that changeup.
Exactly what they needed. Okay, so they come to talk to him.
But he.
Checking out this game.
Here's Alonso. So here we go. Strike one. Down the middle.
Here in this game,
that could have been a home run.
Third all time in the Met home run list. The 0-1.
1-1. I think this is where he gets in trouble because he gives him a hitter's count, right? Like he throws two more balls.
First and third, one away. And a pitch.
Oh, way high. 2-1. That's
coming back from the IL. The year before that, 1.53. The year before that, 1.93. The 2-1. And that's inside.
Yeah, 3-1. I mean, the next pitch being a hitter's count.
Pitcher, 38. Strikeouts, 21.
And what did he throw? Was it a changeup? Was it a fastball?
This back to Alonso.
Lindor at third, Nimmo at first. The pitch.
Changeup.
Swing and a ball drilled. Right.
Changeup. He was waiting on it too.
The wall. Out of here. It's out of here. Alonso, an opposite field home run, and the Mets have the lead.
That shit was crazy.
Takes Devin Williams deep. And here in the ninth, the comeback kids have done it again. It's 3-2 Mets.
Yeah, it was a changeup. He was sitting on it. He was sitting on that changeup. So he sees, okay, 3-1. Most players sit on a fastball in that situation, right? And Williams has a pretty good fastball, but he's thinking, and the whole team is thinking, like, yeah, go changeup, because he's not going to be expecting a changeup. Changeup is Williams' strikeout pitch. But he can use the changeup or the fastball interchangeably. But it was smart, or at least, or maybe lucky, for Alonso to be sitting changeup, not fastball. And then you can see he kind of left it up a little bit elevated. Kind of left it a little bit up.
Well, Pete Alonso committed and stayed back and went to right field, something he did not do this season. The power to right field over the fence power.
Yeah, he was tracking that shit the whole entire time. I mean, what you're supposed to do.
Look at his head position.
He was tracking changeup the whole trajectory, which is the only way you take that ball out.
Flicked it and yelled, knowing he got all of it.
Wow.
Yeah, that thing was crazy. That thing is crazy.
And Alonso feeling the love in the dugout as the Mets scoreless through 8, one swing.
So that is the Mets. I mean, unbelievable, really unbelievable year for the New York Mets. Um, no one expected them to be here at all. Like in the middle of the season, even shortly after the All-Star break, it didn't seem like they had any chance at all whatsoever to make it to the playoffs. Conversations were more about, what are you going to do with this roster? Who do you need to pick up for the next season? Conversation was nothing about making it to the playoffs. So now the fact that not only they made it to the playoffs, but also made it to the NLDS, it's incredible. And right now, I mean, this team has just come together and has gelled so well here lately. Um, I mean, they're a dangerous team. This is a team that you really don't want to face. So if you're Philly, um, of course, anybody will tell you that the Phillies are the better team, but right now, no one wants to play the Mets. No one wants to play the Mets, and I don't know. I mean, I understand that 100% why people don't want to play the Mets. But yeah, no, they're doing great. That was an amazing game the whole entire time. The ninth innings, of course, stands out. But that was also an unbelievable performance by Jose Quintana, who, I followed his career when he was with the White Sox. He was amazing when he was and then I think the Cubs got him. So the Cubs signed him to a pretty nice deal. But then he kind of fell off, right? He just became playing for a different team every single year type thing. But I'm so glad to see what he's done. And especially this year, he had like a 3.7 ERA. What he's done this year for the Mets is nothing short of, extraordinary. So, kudos to Quintana, kudos to Lindor, kudos to Nemo, Alonso, the whole New York Mets organization. Of course, I'm rooting for the Dodgers because I'm a Shohei Ohtani fan, and I want the Dodgers to win, but I am so impressed with what the Mets are doing. And if the Mets end up winning it all, I won't be mad at all. Like, that'd be amazing if the Mets can win the whole thing, win the World Series. So, uh, if either the Dodgers or the Mets end up winning the World Series, I'll be a happy camper for sure. So, but it was great, really great to see, really great to witness. Um, just great stuff. Now, I really want to. I just want to move real quick, and this is going to be, I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but I want to talk about Bronny James and the expectations. So right now, most people believe that Bronny James is a bench player who should be developing in the D League, right? That's what I keep everywhere, whether it's fans on social media, whether it's experts, uh, you know, commentators, people in different media organizations, whether that is ESPN or whether that is, any of these networks, Fox Sports, all of these. Most experts are saying that Bronny James should be in the D League, starting in the D League, developing in the D League, uh, coming off the bench, not playing that much. But that doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. One of the reasons why Bronny James is with the Lakers is to play with LeBron James. LeBron James is about to be 40 years old. It's not. I don't think they can afford, or that team can afford, for LeBron James's experience for Bronny to be starting in the D League. Then what was the point of bringing him to the Lakers so that he could play with LeBron James? The other thing is people are sleeping on Bronny James too. People are like, really thinking that this dude can play at that level right now? I think Bronny's better than D'Angelo Russell right now. He gives more to you than D'Angelo Russell. He can shoot, maybe not as well as D'Angelo Russell, but he's a pretty good shooter from three. He has better IQ, and he's a better defender. And what do you need for a point guard? You need a point guard that has high basketball IQ, that can defend, that knows who play a role, especially when you play with someone like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You don't need someone who's trying to do too much or who thinks they might outscore the two of them. So I actually think Bronny James is the best fit in that starting lineup with the Lakers. Call me crazy, I don't care. We're about to see it. We're about to see the season develop live, but develop here soon. But this whole he should be in the D League thing is crazy. It's crazy. There's no way they're sending him to the D League at all. So I'm expecting him to be a solid player. He's not going to be an all-star, but I think that by the end of the season, Bronny James will be a starter for the Lakers. I really do think so. But I'm so excited to see this. I mean, I've never been so excited. It's been a while since I was this excited for the NBA season, but it's just because of that LeBron James and Bronny James dynamic. I think that is super cool to have, one of the greatest players of all time and have his kid playing with him as he's about to be done with his career. And that his last season or last couple of seasons he's playing with his son, and maybe they win, uh, maybe they win a championship together. But I do want to share something with you that I wrote a long ass time ago, but I don't think this is gonna happen because Bronny James is not this good. But I wrote something. Let's see if it's in the. I haven't looked for it in a while. Let's see if it's in the. It still exists anywhere. See. Maybe it's not. I can't find it, but I wrote comparing. Uh, LeBron James to Anakin Skywalker. I can't find it. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, I was just comparing it. It would have been cool to kind of go over it again, but I don't know what happened to it, and I really don't remember all the details that I said. I just compared something about because I did when I wrote that LeBron James had yet to win a championship with the Heat. He was with the Heat. He hadn't won any championships yet, and I said, because it was kind of like LeBron going to the dark side, kind of like Anakin Skywalker went to the dark side and became Darth Vader. So I said, okay, LeBron going to the dark side, he's gonna win some championships, but then he's gonna have Luke Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker is gonna bring him back to the light, and then they're gonna win championships together and shit like that. I mean, it was kind of crazy and out there, but I did bring it up. I think I wrote it in 2011. Um, but anyways, doesn't matter. Maybe if I'll find it, I'll share it on Twitter or something like that. But yeah, no, that's what I wanted to share about Bronny James. I think he's gonna get a ton of playing time. He's not gonna go to the D League, so we've got to get that idea out of our heads. It just doesn't make sense, and there's no way that LeBron James is gonna sign off on that. And if you don't have a LeBron James who's motivated, who's buying into what the Lakers are doing, you're not going to win the title anyways. So why are you going to fight against LeBron James's wishes? Just go along with it. And I do think that we're gonna see that Bronny James belongs in the NBA. So, yeah. But that is it. I think we may have some time for a little NBA 2K game. Let me check the scores for Lynx. Okay, so the Lynx beat the Sun. They're one win away from going to the finals, and then of course we're gonna get Liberty and Aces is happening here soon. But let me check some. I gotta check about this game right now that is happening. Well, I'm gonna end it right here. What is it? 48 minutes, 50, 51 minutes. That's pretty good. I think we covered everything that we wanted to cover. I was gonna play 2K, but I think I'm gonna leave it to next game. I'm gonna try to figure out if I can watch this Lakers game that is happening here soon. But yeah, no, that's all my thoughts. If you hung out for some of this, thank you. And again, I continue to be amazed by the support that you continue to show me. The channel is growing and will continue to grow. It's been great interacting with all of you. The comments, is the subscriptions, everything. Super appreciative of the little community that APO Sports is building little by little. We will continue to come back with more. Like I said, I'm covering the NBA for the Lakers. I'm covering MLB playoffs and covering everything to do with the Indiana Fever and Kellen Clark. So more to come. But thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. And we'll be live again next Friday.